So before we get into today's review, I'd just like to go over a few things. The movie for Thursday, or the winning movie for Thursday, I should say, was Logan. So thank you to everybody that voted over on my Instagram. And I also have a new poll up because Public Enemies lost to Logan. So I have it up against Shoot 'Em Up for a review on Sunday. Yep. So you can go vote for that one as well, because the link to my Instagram account is always in the description of these videos. And without further ado, let's get into the movie I reviewed today. So the winner of today's review was Deadpool. A lot of people actually voted for this one, so thank you to everybody who voted for it against Logan. Yeah, that was right. Sorry, losing my train of thought. Anyway, I have probably seen this movie at least 6 times now. So I know the movie fairly well, and I know all the characters' names fairly well. Except for the bartender. That's the only name that I can't remember. Anyway, if you don't know the origin story of Deadpool, I would definitely go look it up before watching this movie, although it kind of does explain it a little bit. He's kind of like supposed to be like he's a mercenary after he was discharged from the military. He becomes a mercenary, and his best friend owns a bar where they all go to hang out or whatever. I can't remember the name of the place, but anyway, he meets this girl named Vanessa there, and they end up falling in love. And then he finds out down the road that he has cancer, and it's in the late stages, and it can't be cured. So he eventually ends up leaving Vanessa and going back to the bar. As I was saying, he ends up going back to the bar and meeting this guy from a agency that says that his cancer can be cured. And he doesn't believe him at first, so he just kind of waves him off to the side and ends up actually going back and trying and contacting the guy to say that he wants them to find a way to cure his cancer because he wants to be able to be with Vanessa for the rest of his life, right? Because he loves her. Anyway, he meets this guy named Francis, who originally tells him that his name is Ajax, and that they are going to turn him into whatever he wants to be. But anyway, they inject him with mutant DNA to see if he has any actual, like, powers. And they torture him to try to spike the mutant DNA in his body, but nothing's working. And then Wade finds out that Ajax's real name is Francis because he takes the tag from his lab coat. And they put him in this, I don't know, kind of like pod type thing where it runs him out of oxygen and then balances the O2 levels in the pod as well. And that's how he ends up actually spiking, and his body totally changes because the mutated cells are fighting the cancer as fast as the cancer can grow inside his body, because it's in his kidney, liver, brains, and other, like, pretty much everywhere in his body, I believe. If you've read a comic of Deadpool, like, the cancer spreads throughout his entire body. So that's pretty much where this goes. Anyway, with this, if you follow the Deadpool movie, if you've been following it as well as I had, there was actually a leaked scene, like I think 3 or 4 years before the actual movie came out, and nobody knew if it was actually real or not, or who was going to be playing part of Deadpool. But I'm happy that Ryan Reynolds got to play the part, because it definitely redeemed him from the Green Lantern movie. Although I might have to go back and watch that, because I don't really know the story of Green Lantern, and I know there's like 3 different Green Lanterns. So the Green Lantern I know, I can't remember the exact name, but there's so many different universes, right, that you can't keep track of them all. so it's very hard to keep up. Anyway, they do poke jokes at his old movie when he played Green Lantern, when he's going into the faculty that thinks or the place that he thinks is going to fix him. He makes a joke. He says, "Don't make the suit green or animated." So that was kind of funny. He pokes jokes at other Marvel characters, like how he got the movie, and how Hugh Jackman basically kind of got him the role. And I believe that he was in one of the Wolverine movies, the very first one. And that's speculation that he was supposed to be Deadpool in that one, but now I'm not really sure. He could have been, it could have been like him long before he got any of these powers, or like maybe back when he was still in the military. I'm not entirely sure. I'd have to go back and watch that movie again just to fully understand where they were going in that direction. Anyway, this movie is absolutely hilarious. Even just the stuff on the back cover, if you guys can read all that, you're probably going to have to pause the video. There's also a post on Instagram that's a lot clearer than this, but there's a whole bunch of funny sayings in the back, and funny sayings on the front and stuff like that. And I think there's even, on the inside, there might be some more funny sayings, but I'm not sure. I guess it's pretty much the same everywhere. But this is kind of cool, because not a lot of movies, when you open them, have this. But that's what the inside of the movie looks like, both the Blu-ray and DVD version, so that's cool as well. The action in this is really good. I know there's a lot of CGI for like stunts and stuff, but the costume is actually real, for those of you who did not know that. And he wore it quite a lot when he was promoting the movie to various events and talk shows and stuff like that, to promote the movie when they were doing their trailers. And if you haven't seen the trailer for Deadpool 2, go watch that, because it's absolutely hilarious as well. So as I was saying, if you haven't seen the trailer for Deadpool 2, I would definitely go watch that as well. But if you haven't seen this movie, watch it first before you watch anything else. So I think I've basically gone over the whole story. Besides the fact that once he's cured, his main mission is to find Francis, because Francis tells him that there is a way to bring him back to looking like his normal self. But at the end of the movie, you actually find out that there is no cure for that, and that he's going to look the way he does now for the rest of his life. And he's immortal, so that's kind of a horrible way to live your life. But hey, he got the benefits of being a superhero, so what can I say? I don't know. It's kind of a win-lose situation, I guess, in Deadpool's case. He's obsessed with chimichangas, if you didn't know that. I'm not exactly sure what a chimichanga is. So if you know, let me know in the comment section below. And there was lots of action in this movie. Definitely comedy, because if you know Deadpool, you know he's one for sarcastic remarks and comments. Crude comments as well. There was a lot of swearing in this movie. So if you don't like swearing, don't watch this movie, because there's plenty of that in there. And there were only 2 X-Men in the movie. I can't remember. I remember Negasonic Teenage Warhead, because that one's really hard to forget. That's kind of like the most random name you could come up with. But hey. And what else could I say about this movie? Definitely a good cast. Ryan Reynolds. I can't really think. Tim? No. TJ Miller, I guess, is the bartender's name, and Gina Carano, who's actually an MMA fighter, if you guys didn't know that. I don't know if she still does that or not. She might be retired, but she's also been in a couple of the Fast and Furious movies, I think, as well. At least one, I know that for sure. Yeah, I would definitely recommend this movie, and I would definitely give it a 5 out of 5, because it's hilarious and filled with action, and I can't wait for the second one to come out, because, yeah, it's probably going to be better than the first one, just judging by the trailer. So I would say that's pretty much it for what I can say about this movie. I've explained the whole story, And he does get Vanessa back at the end, and he does kill Francis after the big metal dude. I'm just going to call him the big metal dude. Drones on and on and on about how there's 4 moments in life that make you a hero. And Deadpool just shoots Francis anyway because he finds out that there is no cure for the way he looks. He's going to look like that. Anyway, regardless, so that was kind of silly on Francis's part to mention that, but I guess he's the bad guy, so he didn't really care if he died or lived by that point anyway. He kind of knew his time had run out. And there is an end credit scene, which is funny. I won't say what happens in it. I'll let you guys go watch that for yourself. But I mean, if you like Deadpool, you already know there's a second movie coming out. So they basically say that in the end credit scene. So that's basically it for this review. If you guys, I will definitely be going to see Deadpool 2 in theaters when it comes out. I believe it actually comes out this year sometime. So definitely be going to see that. And if you want me to do a review of that once it comes out on DVD, I will put it in a poll against something else and do a review of that as well. So just let me know in the comment section below, and I am going to be bringing a vlog for you guys tomorrow, and then of course the review of Logan on Thursday, and hopefully another vlog for Friday, depending on the weather, because it just started snowing again. So, oh my god, just when everything warms up, it gets cold. So that's ridiculous. And go vote for this one in the polls on my Instagram. The polls close when I get home from work every day. So please go vote. It's greatly appreciated, and I will see you guys again tomorrow.